Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
Another murder recorded in less than 24 hours, pushing the murder count up to yet another record. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Syann Thompson. This is the weekend edition of The Bahamas Tonight for Sunday, November 20th, 2011. Yet another murder recorded, and police need your help to solve it. This as they investigate the country's 112th murder this year. Police say it happened last night. They received information that gunshots were heard at Baker Street off Market Street. Police liaison officer Sergeant Chrislyn Skippings.
Sometime around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 19th of November, police received information of gunshots being heard in the Baker Street area. Police responded and on arrival discovered the lifeless body of a male lying in the street with multiple gunshot injuries to the body. At present, police are uncertain of the circumstances surrounding this particular incident, and we are appealing to members of the public who may have any information to kindly give us a call at 911, 919, or the Central Detective Unit at 502-9991, or they can contact Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. I also want to stress that Crime Stoppers allows you to remain totally anonymous, and you are not required to enter court to testify.
Just like the Commissioner of Police has been saying for a long time that they need the help of the public as the perpetrators of these crimes live among us. Sergeant Skippings is calling on family members to turn those responsible in for murder.
Also, family members, you may know of situations that are going on. We ask you to kindly reach out to your law enforcement agency. We're here to help you, and we're here to resolve those matters. So give us a call or come on in and see us at the police department.
Like we reported earlier, this is the second murder in less than 24 hours. It was early Saturday morning around 5:30 that detectives were investigating a murder on Prison Lane off East Street in the Fort Fincastle area. Police discovered the body of a man with gunshot wounds. He is believed to be in his 20s. Police say they have no motive in this incident as well. Police are appealing to members of the public who may have any information to aid in their investigations in both murders to contact the CDU at 502-9991, 502-9910, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Again, there has been 112 murders to date with 6 weeks left in the year. And 2 men are in hospital tonight nursing gunshot wounds after they reportedly fired at police. Police tell us that it was around 4:40 this morning when CDU officers observed occupants of a white Nissan Maxima firing gunshots while driving along the Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway. Police followed them along Bethel Avenue North, and they in turn fired at police. The officers returned fire, resulting in the 2 men being shot in the face. They are now detained in hospital in stable condition. The other 4 men are now in police custody. No police officers were injured. Police recovered a handgun along with a quantity of ammunition. Investigations continue. In other crime news, police are questioning 2 men ages 32 and 28 after they were reportedly found with a large quantity of suspected jewelry believed to be the property of Michael Anthony Jewelers. Officers from the East Street South Police Station arrested the men yesterday afternoon. According to police reports, early yesterday morning, they received information of a break-in at Michael Anthony Jewelers in Palmdale. The alleged robbers took an assortment of jewelry. Police believe the incident occurred sometime Friday night or early Saturday morning. And news from Grand Bahama, another group of illegal immigrants captured on that island. It was around 1 a.m. this morning when police, along with immigration officers, arrested 19 illegal immigrants at an address on Shignal Road, Fortune Bay. The 13 males and 6 females, all Colombians, were taken into custody, along with a 36-year-old Bahamian man were taken into custody. Police continue to investigate this matter. Just last week, 12 Chinese nationals found in Grand Bahama were convicted of illegal entry in the Bahamas. They were fined $300 or 12 months in jail. Officials believe that these foreigners were all bound for the United States. With the high prevalence of HIV in the Bahamas, particularly among young people, the government and civic organizations are trying to find creative ways to get the message out about HIV and AIDS awareness and prevention. One of those strategies is a peer-to-peer counseling program called CHAP, spearheaded by the Bahamas Red Cross. Our Giovanni Stuart reports.
The Bahamas has made great strides in its war on HIV/AIDS. Since the disease first appeared in these islands nearly 30 years ago. There were no cases of mother-to-child transmissions in 2010. The rate of new infections is down, while infected individuals are living longer. Yet AIDS remains a leading cause of death among young people aged 25 to 44. And this fact is influencing the social outreach of the Bahamas Red Cross. A year ago, the organization introduced a peer-to-peer counseling program called CHAP, or the Caribbean HIV/AIDS Project. Project coordinator is Amanda Lewis.
Generally, the research shows that young people are more receptive to hearing information from somebody who's in their age group. It's seen more as sharing information rather than being lectured to. And so they tend to engage more and listen to the information and actually take it in, as opposed to somebody who's older, or a teacher, a guidance counselor, passing on this information that they may not be as receptive to hearing.
So far, CHAP has trained more than 40 volunteers in HIV knowledge, safer sex, and condom use. Lewis says, though, early on, the challenge was recruiting those volunteers.
It's very difficult sometimes to get young people involved in something that they might not see the value in right away. So we had to do a lot of work in getting a really core, strong group of young people who are very committed to, providing information to young people about HIV prevention.
Lewis says they keep volunteers engaged in CHAP by offering further opportunities for advancement, like bonus training and field trips. Among those 40-plus volunteers already on board is Colin Scavella Jr., who's out there on the ground getting the word out. Scavella believes the youth education program is one of the best defenses against the pandemic.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm trying to build that gap between the parent and the child, that they should know that in stages, that HIV, sex education should begin from young, and by the time they reach teen, they will already have the fundamentals needed to make positive and right decisions, and that's what the peer education program is all about.
Lewis says the hard work of volunteers like Colin Scavella Jr. has caused the Red Cross-based program to exceed expectations. When the peer-to-peer program launched last year, the goal was to reach 4,000 young people in 2 years, but so far, just under 5,000 were touched in the first year alone, with more to come. Following a presentation Lewis made at the HIV conference, this excited parent, Lakisia Moss, was eager to get her daughter involved as a way to educate herself about the deadly virus and to give back as a volunteer.
If youth hear information from youth, it seems to go further than them hearing it from older adults. And so if I can help in that regard by volunteering my daughter, then by all means.
Giovanni Stuart, ZNS News.